We want to bring in our chief legal analyst, Khalif Rhodes, now about this lawsuit and this case. Does she have a case here?
Well, let me start with this. Anytime a loss of life occurs, these are hard topics to talk about, right? And so in the wake of a number of violent incidents with police, killings at the hands of police-involved shootings, people were taking to the streets. This one was the very same way. I remember when it happened. I remember watching the video, or at least clips of the video in real time. In preparation for today, I watched the video again. And so there's a couple of things when you ask the question of, does she have a case? Well, I think qualified immunity would protect the officers from some type of liability. It's this law that was, not law, I should say, it's judge-created rule that has ever evolved over time that basically protects law enforcement officers if there's not a case directly on point where we have seen that they have got compensation for this type of thing. Here in Mecklenburg County, the DA, Spencer Merriweather, decided not to press charges against the officers because he believed that the shooting was justified. I think there are a couple of factors here when you look at this case that would say it would be extremely limited. The officers seem like in that video that they may have been justified, as Mr. Merriweather mentioned, by looking at a couple of things. When they approach, if you watch the video, he jumps out, pumping the gas, he sees them, he throws his hands up instantly, then he runs for the car to try to get away. The officers try to block the door from him getting in the car, and he, as they said, there was a gun in the middle console, and so he reaches for the gun. You take him reaching for the gun, coupled with the fact that his warrant was an assault with a deadly weapon on a law enforcement officer. So all of those things in their mindset at the time, not Monday morning quarterbacking it 5 or 6 days later, but in that time, the information that they knew would seem that it would have been justified at that time. Because of that, I think qualified immunity stops her lawsuit from going forward.
Now, if they were to look at maybe, say, civil damages, right, is there any sort of merit there in terms of because she was right there when her fiance was shot and killed, is there any grounds there?
I would say if there was no qualified immunity, and say if this wasn't a law enforcement officer, if it was just another individual on the street, and this happened, because she was there, she would be able to sue for, as she mentioned, some infliction of emotional distress. She has, you know, a connection to this event. She was literally there as it happened. She's sought some type of treatment later in life. All the things that you want to prove, because this is a normal tort claim. Even though it's a wrongful death, you're talking about, was there a duty? Do you have a duty not to hurt or kill someone? Did you breach that duty? Well, actually, you did that. Was there damages? The individual died. And so now you have to say, well, were you the cause of my damages? Typically, that would be how a tort claim would work, and a wrongful death is no different. The only issue is because there's an officer involved, that qualified immunity is such a high burden, it's going to be extremely hard for me to see a judge allowing this case to even go forward to a jury to be able to make a decision. The judge will make a determination once the state says, listen, this qualified immunity, this case should be dismissed. I think that's extremely hard to overcome.